This is Josiah Plays Tyranny. Alright, we've just arrived in Trip Nettle Wilderness, and while my character was traveling here all the hours on the road, she had a chance to have a nice long talk with our new friend Lantry. So first of all, we'll ask our other companions, see if they have anything new to say about him or anything.
My Lord Binder, you have something which requires... What can I do for you?
What do you think of Lantry? I do not know how many years he has walked the face of Tyranny, but he clearly knows more than he claims to. Since he claims to know a great deal indeed, there is no limit to what he could be holding back. Let's see what Verse thinks.
At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need? What did you have in mind?
What do you think of Lantry? I've been meaning to ask you about him. Lantry is talkative, reads when he isn't writing, and brings as much to the battlefield as a sick bird. The warriors at your side shouldn't suffer from elder's ache in their sword arm. You would be better served by putting him out of his misery. We need him, and that's all you need to know. Understood. You got something in mind you're using him to accomplish? Then by all means, let him tag along. But don't expect me to keep him alive. If he's pulling his weight somehow, feel free to clue me in, because I'm not seeing it. He's casting awesome spells in combat. My different voices are so ridiculous and lame. But I gotta do them. I gotta do them. That will. Alright, now we're gonna have the long talk with Lantry. What's up, Lantry? It's time for us to have a lengthy discussion, sir. Lengthy discussion. Lantry stops his stride, darting his hands about his bandolier and belt as he softly mouths off a mental inventory of his inks and quills. When at last assured his possessions are in place, he looks up at you with a smile. What might I do for you? How'd you wind up here in Vendrian's Well? When the Vellum Citadel was set aflame by Kairos' edict, I fled as fast as my knees would carry me. Every direction seemed a bad idea, but heading to Vendrian's Well seemed the least suicidal option. Mind you, I was laboring under the misconception that the Vendrian Guard had surrendered, and the fighting in the valley had stopped. Looking first at his left arm, then his right, he reads through the assorted notes inked across his skin. Ah, yes. 7th of Sparring. That's when I crossed the mountains. That would be 2 days? 3 days after the Vendrian Guard jettisoned the surrender and claimed the Citadel in the valley? Why did I host Bob Ross? Because I love Bob Ross. I host Bob Ross often, because Bob Ross is awesome. Often because he's awesome. The Vendrian Guard nabbed me and several other sages moving through the valley. The other sages were sympathetic to the Vendrian Guard. As for me, I just agreed so as not to get everyone killed. I think defying the Overlord is a really slow and stupid form of suicide. If you're going to be traveling with me, I need to know more about you. An understandable request. Let's see. Born in Sunder, no kids. What few longings of fatherly love I've got in my heart are satisfied by taking care of carrier birds. Learned my sigils and spells about 30 years back, and being able to defend myself has opened a life of field study, and haven't grown tired of the wandering just yet. I've written on all matter of subjects, magic, birds, language, geometry, but my main focus has been chronicling. I find there's no finer pursuit than recording the events of our times. There will always be legends of what happened, Someone ought to be making note of the real thing. So far Lantry seems less psychotically evil than the other two. But maybe we have yet to learn his evil secrets. Aside from that, I don't know. I practice centering stance, draw portraits, make my own inks, and have a sharp aversion to autobiography. I'm about as boring as watching coral grow. Tell me about your work with the Oathbreakers. The Vendrian Guard has several noble-born in their ranks, and they know their letters. Problem is, they've come from nobles' houses scattered across the realms, each with their own private script. That's where the sages and I come in. Between us, we're familiar enough with all the regional scripts to translate and coordinate. But translating is child's play, so I might have helped out a bit more. The old citadel at the center of the valley is a crumbling affair, and there's no time for proper construction. Seemed a crime not to put my magic to work. So he used his magic to help fix up the citadel, huh? So you provided military aid to the Oathbreakers? And a little fear, maybe? The Vendrian Guards surrendered back in 429, and while a lot of them were conscripted in the chorus, 3 of the leaders, Captains Ari, Matani, and Florian, never turned themselves in. Instead, they hid in the valley, gathering up what resources they could until they could challenge the local garrison. Oh, I didn't actually pick the one I meant to pick. I said, what else can you tell me about the Oathbreakers and their forces? That makes more sense as a response to than what I thought I asked. At highest count, earlier in the year, they numbered over 400. Their ranks swollen by soldiers of Haven and Azure that survived the war. They are a dying breed, these Oathbreakers. Most in the tiers have finally come to realize that Kairos has already won. And before you ask, as connoisseur of the inevitable, I have made my peace with the Overlord and bow to his might. So, you provided military aid to the Oathbreakers. He gained a little bit of fear. A little fear. He's afraid I'm gonna bust him for it. When the servant of the Archon of Justice asked me that question, I can't help but assume it's the antecedent to some sort of punishment. I can't deny that I assisted the Oathbreakers, but the alternative was to starve in a cell and maybe lose my head. I realize this is an offense to the Overlord, but it's not like I increased their odds of winning in any significant way. That's probably true. So you're an expert with fortifications? Hardly, but I am an expert on preservation magics. The same cantrips we use at the School of Ink and Quill to preserve our manuscripts against worms and decay are, in principle, as applicable to stone as they are to parchment, plus or minus some improvisation. Intent matters. You were doing what you needed to survive. He likes that. He likes that. Well, I trust my future actions will show I mean to be of service, not a source of problems. What did you learn of their plans in your time there? It won't surprise you to know their strategy is largely non-existent. They cling to the hope that their example will inspire others in the tiers to come to the valley and join the cause. The recent inaction between the Archons has emboldened them. Some even think the Archons fear the Vendrian Guard. I'm sure they have it quite wrong. Yeah, I'm sure they have it quite wrong. How did you wind up a prisoner of the chorus? I had to sell some missives, and that meant getting to a clearing, where my terns and doves might find me. The patrol with me was ambushed by the Scarlet Chorus. I tried to flee the scene, but some youngster tackled me and, well, out of one fire into another. That's been a running theme this year. Let me ask about something else. What might I do for you? Tell me about your magic. Oh, I don't much like to brag about things like that. He went to a 7-Eleven the other day. There was a guy buying a beer and a Slurpee. Cashier said a beer and a Slurpee. The guy said, all sneakily, and some of your finest condoms. And that's it. So the cashier yelled, so a beer, a Slurpee, and some bubble gum. Wow. That's hilarious, Robert. Really. That's one of the funniest stories I've ever heard. Not really. Good try, though. Good try. Not asking you to brag. I'm asking you to tell me what you can do. My major areas of focus have been preservation, concealment, and healing. Arts that have served me well in this newfound life as a peripatetic prey animal. The sages study all kinds of magic, but as a chronicler I wanted magic that would help me see more, archive more, protect objects of historical value. Seeing as I feel like an old relic in need of some protection, my skills suit me well. That makes sense. Can you teach me anything? Sure, I can show you how to blend your own inks, train birds to think you're their mum, how to turn a goat into parchment, but I'm sure you'd prefer to learn some magic. You thought it'd be funny? You thought it's funny? Yeah, well, I can see the humor in it. Let me say that. If the school of ink and quill still mattered, I'd maybe be more tight-lipped, but if we're going to travel together, you should know how to mend wounds, especially if I'm killed. Is he going to teach me the sigil of life? Because that'll be amazing. I know the edict still looms, but if you have a few hours, I could show you the basics of healing magic, or at least how I learned it. 24-hour stream hype. That's right, Robert. 24-hour stream hype. I would be honored to learn a little of what you know. Rummaging through his satchels, the sage produces a long quill and a crumpled piece of parchment. With 7 quick strokes of the quill, he inks a pattern on the page. We'll start with first principles. When mending wounds and easing pain, we evoke the magic of the orphan midwife, Archon of Rebirth. By invoking her sigil, we channel her mastery, however briefly, through our hands. Now, trace the sigil, following the lines in the order I sketched them. What can you tell me about this Archon of Rebirth? Didn't realize you gave a care about your history. Well, the Archon midwife was born in 160, bowed to Kairos in 201. They say where she walked, plants would sprout, the sick would grow vigorous. She'd also send most folks into fits of rage and animals into heat. She sounds like quite a riot. We know her magic by way of one of her first disciples, who migrated to the Tiers in 222 to spread her wisdom. An act that happened to be illegal under Kairos' law. For that, and a host of other transgressions, the orphan midwife has been imprisoned for over a century. Also, the story goes. Alright, I'm going to follow his instructions. Since this isn't your first cantrip, I'll move a little quickly, but I think you can keep up. Lantry walks you through countless repetitions of signing the mystic sigil. For hours, you wave your hand in the air to no effect, until at last you sign the pattern in the air and feel a rush of power through your veins. Gained control life, yes. And so if you need to heal pain as opposed to purge an infection, you'd move your hand like so. But, you know, that's enough for now, and I think the rest you can figure out on your own. When are we gonna get a face cam? I don't know. Maybe someday. Tell me about your magic. Oh, I don't much like to brag about things like that. Let's speak of something else. Tell me about the sages. For hundreds of years, the sages have been devoted to the collection and preservation of knowledge. We are scholars, bookmakers, archivists, and students of the mystic and the mundane alike. The wisest of our guild, not that I truly belong in that category, are versed in sigils and spellcraft. Or at least that's how it used to be. With the destruction of the Vellum Citadel, the sages have been scattered to the winds. There were once more sages that I could name. Many have died or been taken prisoner by Kairos' forces. Remember the first thing you said in my stream? No, I don't remember what the first thing was, Robert. Vellum Citadel happens to be a place that I set on fire with the giant edict. What do you know of the Vellum Citadel? Lantry scowls, his writing hand becomes unusually still. I once felt a rush of pride at that name. Now it's a blight on our reputation. Lantry clears his throat, reasserting his smile. The Vellum Citadel was a beautiful sanctuary of parchment and ink. We had amassed knowledge from the Northern Empire to the coast of the Tears. It would take a score of lifetimes to learn all the Citadel could teach you. But the sages in charge of the Vellum Citadel thought themselves above Kairos' rules. The Overlord learned the sages were copying and spreading lies and forbidden knowledge. Kairos put an end to life at the Citadel with his Edict of Fire. Yeah, you don't have to tell me. I was there. I was the one that read it. Lantry stops, putting a hand to his face. All that knowledge set aflame. That's kind of sad. You asked me if I was at the same point in the game as cartoons. Yeah, that's right, and I had no idea what you were talking about. When we bind books, we bind them to last. Our most important tomes were warded against fire and other maladies. Lantry scowls. So many of the books remain intact as the shelf and floor melt away. I suppose it's still there if you want to brave danger and certain death for it. There is good reason they call it the Burning Library now. Oh, so there's still a lot of books and knowledge there. I want to go there for real. He shrugs. Who leads the school? I keep learning more names of those who died during the Edict of Fire, so my information could be obsolete. But with Sage Krevnik incinerated, Sage Renata would be the current provost. And if she dies, well, fuck. Thanks to all the recent deaths, maybe I'll be next in line. Let's archive that away under things to worry about later. In truth, there isn't much guild left to lead. Our library fortress is in ashes, our membership in disarray, and it doesn't help that we have something of a spotty reputation here in the Tears. Fear of magic being something of a local specialty. Alright, I'll see you later, Robert. Have a good one. Enjoy. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. What's your role in the guild? I'm one of the chief writers of the Chronicle. It's our attempt to record the truth of all things in their proper sequence. It's the ongoing life work of generations of sages, and I have the honor of witnessing history and having my vantage point be a matter of record. That's pretty cool. The Chronicle. The sages would not bow to Kairos, yet you do. True, my peers can grasp many abstract concepts, but on the subject of hopeless wars, their stupidity rises to idiotic splendor. The sages believe themselves the mightiest magical guild in the Tears, and they could even back that claim. But they mistook being the best for being a match for Kairos. How is it so many can study so much history and learn so little? Thanks, Robert, I appreciate that. I'm sure the 24-hour stream will go over it with no problems. I've studied Kairos and the Archons in great detail. Enough so that I am no longer blinded by fear of their magic, nor by envy of their special gifts. To my mind, it seems like nonsense to bow to a mere king or queen when one could serve Kairos, the living embodiment of rulership. Let me ask about something else. What I do for you? We'll talk more later. We'll talk more later. Indeed. I've a finite appetite for discussing myself, and I'm more than sated. Let us press onward. Okay, so the talk with Lantry. Oh, we got a reputation ability. Wheel of Ages. Scholar, survivor, and chronicler, Lantry is a learned man of advanced age, but youthful temperament. As a sage of the school of Ink and Quill, Lantry is broadly educated in arcane and academic matters, knowing a wide variety of spells and secrets lost to the commentiersmen. We have the Wheel of Ages ability now, based on lore, once per rest. Emitting foe for 30 seconds. The Fatebinder and Lantry work together to create a slowing aura around a party member. Foes within range of the aura are slowed. When party members move inside the aura, they will have their hostile effects suspended. Huh. That is pretty cool. That is really cool. Wheel of Ages. Nice. And I have the Sigil of Life. The Sigil of Life. Using the Sigil of Life infuses the target with the energy of the Orphan Midwife, Archon of Rebirth. All but the most serious wounds are healed by this arcane energy. Though the Orphan Midwife was powerful, her gifts were not suited to resisting the armies of Kairos. She was captured and chained, and her powers harnessed to serve Kairos' armies. Many chroniclers of Kairos' empire believe her powers were the driving force behind the empire's quick expansion. Alright, sweet. Chroniclers of the empire believe the powers are the driving force. Yes. Yes. Alright, I'm about to make some heals. I can make Restoring Touch. It's a 2 meter range, 29% health. Channel healing energy into the target, restoring health instantly. I can make a Healing Wisps. Has a range of 8 meters, shoots 3 projectiles, each of which heals for 5% health. And it has a small AoE of 1 meter, 2% health. Release tiny bolts of life energy that restore a large amount of health to the target. That's not really a large percent of health, that's 15%. Sigil of Distant Impact, and then I can also make Vital Body. Enchant the target with a long-lasting regenerative effect. Allied target gets 4% health every 3 seconds for 45 seconds. So it's a hot. Oh, I get so many heals, man. So many heals. Alright. I'm about to get rid of all of these spells. All of them. Mirror Image could be good. Titan's Touch. Titan's Touch. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make some Restoring Touches. We're going to make one with range and intensity and accuracy. And we're going to sign that right here. And then we're going to make another one that doesn't have the accuracy. And we're going to sign that right here. And we're going to make another one that doesn't have the strength. Actually, hold on. We've got 2 of those. Then we'll make a Distant Impact. Area of Effect. 2 meters. Range. Intensity. Okay, we definitely want intensity. Accuracy would give you a better chance to crit with it. Area of Effect. range. Range and accuracy. Then we'll make another one that doesn't have the extra range on it. Has area of effect instead, and have the accuracy. She's gonna be a legit healer now. Legit. And then we're gonna make some vital body here. Lure required 60. I can make the duration longer. I can make the intensity higher. I can't quite do that. Make one with the duration. And then let's make one area of effect. Accuracy. Range. Intensity. Can't make an intensity one. Let's make one with range. Oh, let's just make one with range. All heals. Boom. So many heals. And spectral blur. Let's reset. Can we make a... That requires 60 lore. For her spectral blur, she's got the time on it. And for her ice spell, is that what she wants as an ice spell, or does she want something else? Fire, lightning, frost, illusion, life. Oh, she can have a heal too! Everyone can have a heal. Holy shit, we could be the most heal-tastic party of all time. Healing wisps, or... Focused intent, restoring touch, intensity. Yes! Fuck the ice spell. Okay. And then he's got his spectral blur. Oh, he doesn't have enough. He would have to have this. Instead of Touch of Atrophy, we'll give him Spectral Blur with Duration. Yeah. Alright. So then Lantry doesn't even need to be a healer anymore. Of course, he does have the channel life thing. Oh, she should use his quill. Can she use his quill? No, only Lantry can equip it. Okay. So for his spells, I think we're gonna keep him with a Fireball, a Rhyme Spike. The lore required 45. $45, $50. Intensity on the Rhyme Spike. Range. Wave effect, precise action. So that's his Rhyme Spike. His Electric Jolt. We'll probably keep stunned on that. His Fireball. 50 with intensity. Oh, I'd love to increase the AoE on that. But he can't quite do it. Okay. And then he'll have his Restoring Touch, which we can now modify with intensity and range and accuracy. No, not an accuracy. And then we'll give him a Healing Wisps as well. 40, 50. Okay, so he's got some damage spells and a couple of heals. She's super fucking heal-tastic, because I want her to level up her control life like mad. They each have their own self-heal if need be. And they each have their own defensive spell, which is pretty great for tanks. To get the defensive spell and a self-heal. Alright, nobody should be taking wounds from now on. No more wounds with all this healing. It might be overkill on the healing, we'll see. But I'm feeling it. How long does this last? A long time. Okay, cool. Alright. Good times. And as my lore keeps going up, I can keep making these spells more powerful with additional things and stuff, which is pretty cool. So now I finally have my healing magic. Finally. It's only 26, unfortunately, but... my control illusions is really good. So is my control lightning, because that's quickness and wits. Alright. Feeling good about our spells now. Finally, we've done all the talking, we've done all the spell fucking around. We can actually proceed to reinforcements? Finally! Come this way! We need to... The chorus warrior pumps his tattooed arm in salute. Midway through the gesture, a look of confusion dawns across his painted face. Sister Verse! What did I do to deserve such a helping hand? A chuckle escapes the man before he shudders, placing a hand over his mouth. At once alert of the need to remain quiet, his voice drops to a harsh whisper. Fifth Eye has a sense of humor sending you. Verse returns a cold glare, but says nothing. Oh, now she's pulling the glare silently treatment. You two know each other? This one used to run with my pack, until he left for Death Knell's gang. Motherless swine didn't even have the guts to fight me for the right to leave. He just packed up and left with his coward's tail between his fat legs. And wise move at that! How many of you lost under your command so far? He holds up a hand, stifling a smile. I misspoke. I'm sure you only got most of them killed. Can't rule out death by their own incompetence. Seems Death Knell didn't take my advice and have you gelded to curb your outbursts. Verse draws her blades in a fluid motion. Let's see. I don't have athletics. I can tell her to store her blades, I can glare silently, or I can back her up. If you want to fight him, I've got your back, but we do have a mission here. Ugh. Another time, then. Fake limp, get comfortable with the idea of a knife in your belly. It'll come from me as likely as not. Verse sniffs and returns her weapons to her belt. Just tugging your chain for old time's sake. You were always happier when you had a nemesis out in the world, eh? Their camp is just yonder. He points to the northeast. And we've kept an eye on them for the last couple days. Some of them left a few hours ago, looking for food, maybe out on patrol, but they haven't returned yet. Might be wise to strike now while they're divided. How'd you find this place? Happy accident of a sorts. He points east toward the mountains. We were up in the mountains with orders to keep the Oathbreakers in, and keep any would-be allies out of the valley. Strangest thing happens. Tremors hit the pass, and the tremors lasted a bit, so I figured they were magical, but there weren't no sign of Earthshakers or anybody. I'm going to go ahead and take the little bit of wrath with Scarlet Chorus, because I'm curious about this. No, really. How'd you find this place? Nobody else in the chorus knew where this camp was. His eyebrows rise up. Not sure what you're playing at, and I don't like your tone. We had orders to watch the mountains east of here and found this spot on our trek back to camp. What can I say? I answer to the Archon of Secrets. I don't get told a lot of details, but I sure see a lot of coincidences. What's your plan now? I lost 2 of my gang in the mountains, and we've been on half rations for weeks. So, until we get a much larger contingent, we're not likely to win any fight we start. Now that you're here, I figure my gang will hold back and keep an eye out for trouble, maybe swoop in if things get messy. So in other words, he's not going to do anything, and he's going to let me do everything. Right. I can handle this. No need to push your warriors past their limits. You like that? Smiling broadly, he claps his hands in approval. Kairos would applaud your bravery. My gang and I will lurk nearby. When you make your move, we'll descend and help with capturing Florian. Don't worry, I'll let the others know you did the heavy lifting. I'll cheat at battle, but not with my reputation. Alright. Taking the Outer Valley. Fake Limp told you that Narat wants the captain of the Vendrian Guard rebels in Tripnetto Wilderness taken alive. Alright, I think we can do that. I think we can do that. Fake Limp. Good luck out there, Fatebinder. We'll be sending in chorus for backup as soon as we can. Yeah, sure you will. You heard the boss. Go get us some fresh recruits. Can't you see we're busy? Keeping a lookout is thirsty work. Soldier stares blankly into the distance. Alright. So, another little map, the Tripnetto Wilderness.
Stepping lightly.
Quick save. Gonna quietly and slowly creep around here as we explore the map. Looks like there's a palisade here that we can't really cross. There's a Sun Soldier. And there's the Pelux twins. I think one of those soldiers is only alive right now because of the choice I made in Conquest to let that one person live. Down here. What there is to find. Nice little pond. Oh, we just discovered a hidden thing. Gained some subterfuge XP. We've got a bronze javelin. Flickering embers dance through the air as wind blows through an abandoned campsite. Nobody's gonna use this javelin. Really. Ah, Potion of Revival. Let's give that to him. Actually, we should really be giving it to me. To carry the sky caps. I should have the Potion of Revival. Nobody's gonna use this javelin. But we can sell it. For money, 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 money! Money! Dun 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 dun. You know what, I'm curious about something. There was a thing I saw in the keybinds about area map, and I don't have a keybound for it. Where was that? What was that? Area map. Can I do, like... I don't know. N? No, that's for talents. Can I do you? Yeah, there we go. What is area? Oh, I see. That just toggles between the log and the map. Andrew was pleased by your intelligence. Dun 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 dun. We found something here. Ooh, and I found a hidden thing too. Camping supplies, lesser healing potions, a bronze axe. Oh, there's some enemies over there. Alright, who wants this bronze axe? Healing potions. She'll take these. And bronze axe is more damage, a lot less accuracy, a lot less recovery time. I don't want to use that. He might use it instead of Red Rivers, but then he loses the parrying thing. So maybe not. Maybe I'll hold on to it. Maybe she'll just hold on to it for now. Okay. Let's see what's in here. A Staff of Boreal Frost. Adds a little DPS. But it doesn't raise vigor, it raises frost. So, I don't know about that. Man, that's a whole lot shorter recovery time, though. Maybe I don't care so much about raising vigor. If I use this, I lose a fair bit of accuracy, though. No, I think I'll stick with what I've got. Come up here. I don't think we can get through here to these. Nah, we're gonna have to get through this fight right here first. Alright, let's pre-buff.
I got it.
Let's be off.
You got it.
At once. I'm old, not...
Wheel of Ages. Quicken. I don't even have room for Wheel of Ages on my bar. Or all my various heals, for that matter. Hold on, let's get Thrust off my bar. Let's see. Get Restoring Touch. Okay, so there's my spells. Blood of the Fallen. And then combo abilities. Let's just have the ones I'm most likely to use. Should be like... Iron Tolling. And... Blood-Soaked Stone. Once per rest, once per rest. Death from above, I guess. And she's got her spells. Spectral Blur and Restoring Touch. She's got Death from Above. That should be on maybe G and T. Ideally. She's got her heals. He's got his abilities and his spells, Restoring Touch and Spectral Blur. And Iron Storm and Iron Tolling. And then he's got his spells, Quill Strike, Renewal. Then if we do his spells, he's got Restoring Touch, Healing Wisps, Electric Jolt, Rhyme Spike, Fireball. He's got his combo ability. His combo abilities. Quicken, once per encounter. You know, they don't need to be on her bar, I just realized. The combo abilities, because only one of the two people needs to click the combo ability. So she could actually take these off. And they could all leave the combo abilities on their bars. Yeah, there we go. And then that saves room on her bar. Put stuff like Thrust, if need be. And a potion. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with steam. Or with gas, perhaps. One of the things. We're cooking with a thing. Alright, now that we're all set up here.
Death, I heard you the first time.
Quick save. Alright, he's going to cast Greater Renewal on the team. Meanwhile, he's going to illusion himself. She's going to illusion herself. And Seraphina is not actually going to do anything.
Consider it done.
Okay, now these two are ready to charge in.
Come at me.
Come at me. Kill the intruder. There's an honor guard. There's a sun soldier. Alright, let's Clash of Iron these guys. And let's come over here. And Burning Iron this motherfucker. And let's come over here and Electric Jolt this motherfucker. And let's come over here and drop a little Blood of the Fallen on some fools.
Not a problem, boss.
Come and feast my iron!
Alright, now that he's taunted, he's gonna move in here and do this to that person. She's gonna wreck up on this motherfucker. Actually, we'll go ahead and do Blood-Soaked Stone now. And Lantry can Rhyme Spike back here.
On my command!
Now he can Fireball. He can attack. These two are doing Blood-Soaked Stone. Blood-Soaked Stone is done. She can simply attack. I can simply attack. I can actually thrust, actually.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Just keep attacking here. He just leveled up.
As you command.
Everybody just kill this guy now. Verse with that Spectral Blur on has an amazing amount of deflection. She has her base 45% and another 30%, so she has like 75 deflection right now. Hit to graze and graze to miss. Plus 91 dodge. So I think she'll do just fine being tanky for us once we get rid of Barrack. Anybody do anything cool? Let's start doing some heals just so I can try out healing wisps on verse. Actually, everybody stop. What's the key to stop? I think I might have unbound it. Stop. Stop. How do we stop? Everybody stop. Cancel action. I need a key for that. Maybe I'll make it mouse button 4. So everybody stop what you're doing. I have an idea. We're about to train up some defensive skills. Back up, back up, back up.
I got it.
Now watch this. We're just gonna let this happen right here. This is how we train some healing.
On it.
Control life goes up. Spectral blur.
You got it.
Spectral blur.
Let's have it then.
Battle body.
Right.
Oh, she just leveled up too.
Can't do that.
Those share a cooldown?
Right. You learn something every day.
Spectral blur.
Count on it.
Spectral blur.
I will aid you.
We're just gonna do a little bit of training. See, I could keep her alive forever. Forever.
You got it.
I will aid you.
We're just leveling up like mad.
On it. You got it.
That cooldown is really fucking short.
I will aid you.
Right. You got it.
Alright, she can start fighting back. You can do it, verse. Weapon ineffective. Good. Well, not good, but that means it'll take her a while. She'll get some good skill training out of this. Takes 25 minutes to kill 2 enemy. Yeah, well, I'm fucking around here, obviously. I'm not actually, you know, trying to finish the fight quickly. I'm trying to, practice some healing skills and stuff.
Will do.
What's up, Bessus? 1982, how you doing? She's taking forever to kill this guy.
I got it. Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Got some control life there.
Will do. Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. On it. Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
We win! And look at a bunch of people leveled up. Bunch of people leveled up. Seraphina. Alright, we're gonna raise... We're gonna save this point so we can raise wits one more time. Yes, we are. Talents. Let's go ahead and get... What do I want next? Wouldn't mind getting more spell slots. I need 4 points spent in the tree for that. And then there's a bunch of leadership stuff I want. So what do I want? I need to spit 2 more things before I get expanded mind 2. Staff Mastery, Enfeeblement, Ward Master, I need Energy Shield for that. Cone of Magic. It's a big cone. And it can be upgraded. Charge Strike. I should probably get Charge Strike. probably get Charge Strike. Oh, maybe Energy Shield. Shock, Frost, and Fire, 4 armor. Ward Master. Slash, Crush, and Pierce. And Spell Deflection. Okay, I'm gonna get Energy Shield and Ward Master as the next 2 things. And then I'll be able to get Expanded Mind too. And then after that, I'll start going into the leadership tree. So let's get Energy Shield. And there we go. We have a spot for it right there on our bar. Energy Shield.
Right.
That lasts a long time. Cool. Energy Shield. Alright, let's see what Verse is going to do with her level up. She's going to go more deflection. More finesse, I mean. And she's going for this talent, evasive. But I need to spend 1 more point in Skirmisher Tree before I can get it. And I already have Nimble, which means I have to get one of these 3. I have to get Piercing Arrows, which I probably don't like because she doesn't use her bow very often. I can get Eternal Flame instead of Burning Iron, or I can get Hobbled Prey. I think I'll just get Eternal Flame. Which replaces Burning Iron. Does 9 to 12, burning for 17.5 seconds. Launch an arrow drenched in oil and covered flames, sets foes on fire for much longer than Burning Iron. So I'll get that. And now next turn, next level up, she can get Evasive. Then if I look at her thing, she's now got Eternal Flame.
No dice.
Okay, that's cool. And then Lantry, we're gonna keep going on wits for him. And he's gonna learn Second Breath now. Revive a fallen comrade. Pretty obvious, that's a good one. Lantry's got a revive now. He needs a place to put that on his bar. He'll strike. He's gonna put... Where's the ability he just got? Right here. Second Breath. Right there. 1 minute cooldown. Nice revive. Alright, cool. So we got some nice stuff. And she's gonna save up her point so that she can put it into wits and get it to 20. And then she's gonna save up again and get her quickness to 20. And then she's gonna start raising finesse after that.
Moving cautiously.
Alright, well that was a pretty easy fight. I just wanted to screw around and... Trap detected. Disarm that.
See that?
Everybody... See what's down here. I like the art of the maps. I like the environment art in this game quite a bit. Goes along with the rest of the art style that I enjoy. Alright, looks like we've got another fight up ahead, which we will enjoy indulging in just a moment. But that's going to be on our next episode. If you're watching the stream, don't worry, I am not stopping. I am still going to keep on playing for many more hours. Like 5 more hours I'm going to keep playing. Just need to end my episode for YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Tyranny.